name is Kehinde Adegoke, otherwise known as Kehinde. I'm a writer, host, speaker, liberation, and intentional lifestyle coach. And you're welcome to Monday Motivation. On this platform, we motivate, inspire you, liberating you from just living into intentional living. And if this is your first time being on this platform, please do not hesitate to like, subscribe, share, and follow us. Most importantly, we would love to hear from you and also how our videos has been impacting you. And do not forget, you can go back to all of our previous videos because we know that it will bless you. So our book is still very much selling on Amazon, Intentional Living and The Journey from Limited to Limitless. You want to be on the journey of being limitless. So what are we talking about today? Today we're speaking about the use of word, its negative and positive effect on a person, your journey, your purpose, your family, or anything that pertains to you in general. So when we're talking about word, what is a word? So a word is a command, could be a password, or could be a signal. You know, when we're looking about the word, what I'm saying right now is words. I'm using my words to speak to you, and I've come to you with an intention. The intention is that by the time you finish listening to what I have to speak about, that you will be liberated in the way that you use your word and in the way that you allow people use their words on you. So that is an intention. So every word spoken is being spoken as a command, as a password. And we know that when you have a password to something, maybe a password to your laptop, your phones, your computers, you know that that password will give you access to files, to data, will expose you to what is on the phone or to what is on the laptop. So it is also the same thing with our lives as well. Every word we speak is a password that gives access to a particular part of ourselves. So to some people, they are quite positive in some areas of their life. So take for instance, maybe in the aspect of their purpose, their work, their husbands. But when it comes to their children, they speak negative words because there is an event or it is a reaction to what has been done by those children. But the truth is, those words are like a seed that is planted and that will germinate, that would grow up and will become something in the future, or sometimes could even be immediate. So how do you use your word? Our words are so powerful, which means that we need to pay close attention. There was someone who was speaking about when you speak to a particular water and you speak peace to the water and you leave the water for 24 hours, when you come back you can see the crystal effect in the water. But when you're speaking to the water and you're saying negative things about that water, when you come back you will not get the crystal effect. Well, I have not tried it before, but it is something that has been tried by someone which has then made its way to the public. So we must understand that death and life are in the power of our tongue, and those who loves it will eat its fruit. There is power, there is life in our tongue. Whatever we speak, it happens in our lives. If you look at ourselves and say, oh, I cannot do a particular thing. I've seen some people, they throw their words around and they say words like, oh, they are so stupid. Some would even say, please don't mind them because they are stupid. I look at them and I'm wondering, why would you say such word to yourself? Why would you use that word? I remember some times ago we were being trained about trauma informed, and then they were speaking to us about the words that we speak to people and the words that we speak to ourselves. Some people say those words because they say those words to themselves as well, so they can't see something that is wrong in saying it to other people. However, it's a trigger for some people. To some people, it could affect their lives, it could affect their journey, it could affect what they're trying to do because we have said it. And if it is something that they are thinking in their heart already, it feels like we've just stamped it and we've just said, yes, That's exactly who you are. That's exactly what you can achieve. That's exactly the embargo of the limitation that we're placing on you. The truth is, some speak rashly, like the thrust of a sword. When some people speak, you can feel depressed. You can feel like you've just swallowed a poison. Some, it could be misleading. What are you using your word? We can use words to ourselves, and we can also use word to other people. Many times, the same way we speak to ourselves is the same way we speak into the life of other people. What word are we speaking? A lot of people have potential inside of them, but because the word that has been said to them when they're very much younger, they're still holding on tightly to those words, and those words are now coming into play. So take for instance, if while you're growing up they've told you, oh, nobody wants to hear what you want to say, you're just so stupid and you're dumb. By the time you grow older, when you finish working, and this is real, I've seen some people who can work on a project, they can be so creative, but when it comes to the place of presenting that project that they've done, they would rather write it down and let other people take the glory of it, because they just cannot face a lot of people, because they've been told that they're stupid, they've been told that no one would hear what they want to say, they've been told that they have nothing profitable to say, they've been told a lot of lies. But when they grow up, even though they know that these words are not true, part of them still hold on to this word. Part of them still keep this word on a very high esteem, following some words that they've heard. People can tell you your character. We have to be wise about letting people tell us who we are. Yes, it is okay to listen to people's opinion, but then it is all right for you to sit down and critically look into your life, or go to your most trusted person that you know that they are very careful when it comes to their words, and hear from them. Hear their perspective of what someone else is trying to speak to you, rather than being foolish not to accept it at all, but being wise enough to accept it, then analyze it, and then make changes where needed, or trash those words. Then again, we have some people that their words are transformational. When you hear them speak, you can just feel the change in your bones. You can feel like there is a shift in you. You can feel like the words are piercing through your body, and you can just feel the change. They can propel you to action. They can propel you into becoming all that you need to become. They can propel you and pull you out from that place of confinement, whereby you can see yourself differently from who you've been told you are, or who you have believed to be. So it is important the word that we speak to ourselves. It is important the word that we speak to other people. We need to watch the use of our words when it comes to speaking to someone, or when it comes to speaking to yourself. When you've made mistake, don't see yourself as a mistake. Don't see yourself as a failure. Even when people ask you, oh, you failed again, you just tell them there is another opportunity to try again. It is very important to use positive words to change a particular situation, or to bring hope again, so that we can then be in a place whereby we can try again. Some mothers, some fathers, because of how they feel at the moment, they speak some words into the life of their children. And when those children grows up, they even do worse. Why? Because the words they've spoken into the life of their children is now reoccurring, is now like a prophecy that is now working in the life of their children. And they go further to say that we've already known that nothing great can come out of you. Yes, they're still cementing and layering up the building of the foundation they've laid in the life of their children when they're much younger. It is very important to work on this. We don't want to sleep on these words that has been spoken to us. We don't want to sleep on these beliefs that we have about ourselves. We do not want to continue the journey of life thinking that I am so limited in this place. No, You are limitless until you come to the understanding of what is inside of you is greater than even what people can see. When we make mistake once in a while, it's totally acceptable. But what do you do with that mistake? Do you then sleep on that mistake? Do you then brood over that mistake to the point that you see yourself that nothing better can come out of you? Or do you rise up to those mistakes and look at where you are falling, make amendment, make adjustment, and then move on to the next step? You need timely words that feels like an encounter. You need words that will just strip you off the narratives of other people, or what people have said about you. Those words that would inspire you, those words that will push you further, those words that will make you try again, those words that will make you stretch from where you are right now into the place of understanding that yes, there is so much inside of me and I can do this even when no one believes in me. I believe in myself. I believe in what I carry. I believe in the change that I am created for, and I believe in the people that I've been sent to. How do we set ourselves free from the negative effects of the words that has been spoken to us in the past? This is the only thing. Break it. Break those words that has been spoken into your life, those words that has been deposited into your life, those words that has been planted into your life that is not bringing good fruit. How do you break it? So the first one is you need to reject it. I don't want this word. When people speak those words to you because they speak it to themselves, you tell them immediately, that is not for me, and then you reverse it. The next one is build yourself up. Generally, we hear people use the words of affirmation. Wake up in the morning, speak to yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, say sweet things, say kind things to yourself. However, I also know that sometimes when the damage has been done, you need a greater force to break free from that. If I were you, I would use the word of God. But whatever you choose or decide to use, make sure that those words will build you up. Make sure that those words will get you off your bed in the morning. Make sure that those words will encourage you to try again. Make sure that those words will make you reach forth for the top. Make sure that the word that you want to build yourself with will strengthen you from within and will be satisfying. That is what you want to do. And the next one is watch your mouth. You don't want to go back into the cycle that you're breaking free from. So before you speak, think about it. This word I'm about to speak to myself, what effect would it make? Would it be positive? Would it be negative? Also, if people speak to you, look at the word that they've spoken to you. What is that word? What is the weight of the word? How can this word impact me? Will this word make me go back home and feel miserable? Will this word empower me or propel me to want to try again? Or does this word sound like a challenge for me to rise up and challenge myself? Then you think about it. After thinking about it, then you act on it. And once you act on it, gradually you see yourself breaking free from this cycle. Number 4, surround yourself with people that speak positives. This cannot be overemphasized. If you are in the midst of people that swear a lot, that swears to themselves, swear to other people, swear at every given opportunity, you will realize that what you're running for, you are still in it. So you need to filter your surroundings. You need to filter what you hear. There is a way that what we hear impacts what we think. And what we do is a result of what we think. It's very important for us to think about what we open ourselves up to, what we give ourselves up for. It is really important to surround yourself, filter your friends. It is okay, at least for the meantime, for you to get yourself in order. And by the time you're in order, then you can also strengthen and empower those people as well. But it is important to surround yourself with people that speak positive, because it is like an energy that you attract from other people and from your surroundings. So please ensure that you surround yourself with people who think positive, speak positive, and do positive. It is very important, because unconsciously you find yourself doing what your friend does. So it is really important that you surround yourself with positive thinking people. The last one I'm going to share with you is avoid non-constructive self-criticism. I love for you to criticize yourself where you know that you're doing something wrong, so that you can make adjustment. However, it has to be constructive. If it's constructive, then it's positive. You're positively thinking about how to make a change or how to make a difference, maybe in your character, the way that you do things, or the way that you see things. Sometimes when you do something like I do, if I find myself unconsciously disgusted by an act or by a person's behavior, what I do immediately is that ask for the grace to tolerate everybody, even the most annoying person. Sometimes you may think, yeah, but their character is bad and that. Yes, but if you are a person of faith like me, we don't just like people who are good. Even those people who are not good, you still find a way to reach out to them. So, which is why when I find myself in those awkward situations, what I do is I speak to myself. I constructively criticize myself. Kehinde, you can do better. You can do better than what you've just done now, or how you have reacted now. So it is very important for us to self-criticize ourselves, but we must be constructive about it. It is not about saying negative things to ourselves because of a particular thing or because of a particular event or the actions that we took. It's very important that we're constructive about it and we speak to ourselves in a very loving and friendly manner. The same way that you want to correct an impression in your friend and you're being loving about it, that's the same way you need to sit yourself down and speak to yourself. That behavior, it's no good at all. So what do we do about it? It is very important that we're gentle with ourselves, we're calm with ourselves, and we speak to ourselves. Sometimes we have to scold ourselves, that's absolutely fine, but it is not being negative about ourselves. Till I see you again next week, understand that the words that you speak into your life, they could have a negative effect or could have a positive effect. So start speaking words that will benefit you in every areas of your life. See you again.